One ATT firing tactic is called turning fire. Essentially, the idea is to engage an enemy with a short-range weapon, in this case an MP5. Coordinated turning and firing simulates negotiating tight corners, as if in a built-up area, while engaging an enemy with stealth and shock. Then there is the roll and fire. A similar tactic, but one which physically prepares infantrymen to use their own body to both evade incoming fire as well as surprise the enemy with a quick physical maneuver that puts the shooter in a better firing position. Then comes the moving fire technique, where a soldier has to engage a moving target as well as dodge incoming fire, simulating a situation where the enemy is on the go himself. There is also the window storming tactic, where shooters have to jump through a small on-fire window and engage, all in one smooth, rapid maneuver. The objective is to storm an enemy from an area he will not be expecting. And finally, one of the most challenging techniques when it comes to team coordination and physical ability, the car assault. Two shooters roll out of a moving vehicle simultaneously and surprise an enemy as they keep moving their positions to avoid incoming fire. But that's the practice. What about actually applying these firing techniques? This is a compound clearance exercise. A section-level exercise deploying 12 men. The objective is to raid a building which is simulated to house terrorists. The section leader, a non-commissioned officer or NCO, is to lead the charge. As he takes off in a 1+1 formation, his partner is assigned to cover the exposed part of the building as another trooper rappels down, throwing in a mock grenade to stun the targets. A second soldier rappels through the window. He is the first one in the exercise to actually engage the enemy with his short-range MP5, and surprise is his greatest weapon. Using his body to evade vulnerable openings like the window, the section leader turns the corner and engages another enemy target. He then gives a room clear signal and is followed by a single shooter who rolls through a window in an action that is both evasive and designed for a shock engagement. The two window stormers now form a team as they move closer to the objective, the main hall of the compound. They first clear diagonal targets which pose a more dangerous threat because of their hidden angle. When they clear the hall, one of them continues to cover the target as the other provides backup, covering the main entrance. The heavy firepower follows, with a fire team detachment which moves in a 2+2 formation. The objective of this fire team is to clear the first two rooms, on the left and right of the long hallway. When the hallway is cleared, they move immediately, split in two, communicated ready to go to each other, and engage the enemy simultaneously. When done, they give a room clear call. Room clear! That's a sign for the follow-up fire team, which also works as a single unit with the rear guard provided by the last soldier. They hear the first detachments all clear and move with the same technique to go further down and clear two more rooms. Once the enemy is engaged, the fallback is even more critical. Considering that the second fire team is the most vulnerable as it is the furthest inside the compound, they get to clear out first. The first fire team follows with the initial shooter who was covering the hallway all this time in the rear, still providing cover. All movement is coordinated by order. Communication is key and sequencing their engagement is vital. The mission is accomplished but not randomly. There is a method to the madness. But it's not always that easy. The infantry also prepares for more complicated operations. In this case, a hostage rescue exercise, also done at the section level, involving 12 men. This is the scenario. A hostage is being held by terrorists in this compound. 2 guards are simulated to be posted outside. To keep up the element of surprise, 2 snipers must engage both these guards in quick succession. As soon as the guards are neutralized, a single infantryman charges the compound, but not to enter it. He will actually provide cover on the far, vulnerable end of the building. Considering he is the first one in, he has to be quick. When he has covered his position, the first fire team deploys. Moving in a 1+1 formation and equipped with what are called NBC or nuclear, biological and chemical warfare masks, the first fire team is responsible for breaking into the building. They engage in the main hall and give the all clear, immediately assuming a covering position. The second fire team, this time in a 2+2 formation, moves in. It splits into 2 and takes the rooms on the left and the right, engaging several targets. The hostage is in one of these rooms. Because each soldier has to cover his partner, the shooters stand back to back, having between them a 360-degree shooting radius for any further threats. But there may be other terrorists in the building. To ensure a safe exit for themselves and the hostage, they must eliminate all targets. As they give the room clear call, the third fire team moves in, also splitting into 2 units, and storm the adjacent rooms on the left and right. They engage their targets, give a room clear call, and are the first ones to fall back, followed by the second fire team, which is also carrying the hostage. The first fire team is the last to withdraw, moving backwards to provide cover from any remaining threats. Protecting the hostage is vital, so the first and third teams provide a security buffer during the fallback. But what about the snipers? They had been providing cover to the fire teams all along, but because they are not equipped with close-quarter combat weapons, the snipers cannot afford to engage the enemy at close range. The exit route has to be different. And it is. The first sniper rappels down from his position and quickly rushes to safety. The second sniper, who will be at risk if he follows the same route, takes a different one.